Hello everyone, my name is Toxic Window, and today we are going to be discussing a topic that I haven't done yet on this channel, being anime. Today we will be discussing current Team Gotenks from Superhero versus Kefla from the Tournament Power. We will not be using manga, as I haven't read the manga yet. We will be using the anime, just to be clear. And also, we will be using a hypothetical Team Gotenks for this hypothetical versus battle. Not like the fat Gotenks that you see in the movie. We're talking, remember, full like non fucked up fusion, if that makes any sense. So let's go on with it. First, we'll go over Kefla's scaling and then the Tournament of Power. So Kefla in the Tournament of Power, when she first appears, is stronger than God Goku, who when previously was fighting Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, and quite arguably, possibly a legendary Super Saiyan 2 Kale, although you could just say it's mastered. Regardless, Kale is much stronger than what she was Berserk. I don't think anybody's going to dispute that. If they did, they would be a fucking idiot. But that's besides the point. So Kefla, when she first appears, is able to speed blitz Super Saiyan God Goku. In base form, I add. She then lands a hit via Ki Blast on Goku that forces him to go blue in order to withstand it. Goku then proceeds to go Kaioken times 20 fighting against this Kefla. And then she kicks him so hard that it almost kills him. And even if you don't believe that it almost did, it forced him to go Omen 2, which implies that her kick had the same level of attack potency as the Super Spirit Bomb that Goku did when he was drawing power from Universe 7, and then we did against Jiren, right? If y'all remember that. Goku then goes Ultra Instinct Omen, again, for the second time in the Tournament of Power, and then they fight, and then Kefla gets so enraged that her power is able to one-shot Omen 2 Goku. Everyone in the Universe 7 stand literally says that, oh, if those beams ever catch Goku, he's done for, implying that she has the enough attack potency to one-shot Omen 2 Goku. Now, people will like to use this as a way to basically say that Kefla is stronger than Gotenks. However, I will say this. What many people do not realize is that Vegeta, after he fights Aniraza, is up against Jiren, and Jiren's suppressed, right? Slightly less suppressed than he was against Goku. Vegeta then states that this is the strongest ki he's ever felt from a suppressed Jiren, and then Jiren attacks his pride for his arrogance, and then Vegeta responds by saying, my arrogance is exactly the point of being Saiyan, which is, one of the best moments in the entire show. Then Vegeta charges his final flash and then fires it, and then Jiren has to block it, implying that Vegeta could one-shot the the suppressed Jiren that fought Omen 2 Goku. And even if you don't believe that, he's able to harm a being who is the strongest ki he's ever felt, which will put him above Aniraza, Kefla, and Omen 2 Goku, pretty objectively. And then Jiren gets back up and says the force of that attack wasn't half bad. Now you may be asking, why is this relevant? I'll tell you why it's relevant. Because this is base blue Vegeta. We're not talking evolved, we're talking just base blue. Vegeta then goes evolved, which is supposedly on par with Kaioken times 20 Goku. This Vegeta is also able to basically overpower Toppo's Hakai with a final explosion. So no, Kefla is not stronger than Vegeta. That is basically what I'm trying to say right here. So now we go into Gotenks scaling. Gotenks, in Superhero, right, scales above the Gammas. Now, you may be asking yourself why. Okay, well, I'll explain why. First off, the Gammas are literally stated to be on par with Goku and Vegeta from after the Tournament of Power. Whether or not you think that's like Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, or like just their blue forms, is irrelevant, right? The point I'm trying to make is that the Gammas are just above Kefla via scaling to Goku. No matter which way you want to take it, they are just above. There's no arguing that. In the movie, we have Gamma 1 up against Ultimate Gohan, and they're very relative to one another. No one's winning that fight. You could argue that Gohan was winning through like a rage boost, but even then, Gamma 1 was holding his own. That's the point I'm trying to make. They're pretty much relative. Then, Cell Max appears, and the two Gammas, Gohan and Piccolo, and 18 and Krillin, all fight this huge giant creature who was verbatim stated that if he had a mind, could fuck up post-Gogeta movie Broly. So Goten and Trunks appear, and then they decide that since their gang is not winning the fight, they decide to go fusion. And so they do the fusion dance, fusion ha, right? However, their finger positions are fucked up, and that results in Fat Gotenks appearing. So Fat Gotenks appears. He tries to go Super Saiyan, but he can't because the fusion's fucked up. So he decides to attack Cell Max in his base form. And what does he do? He is the first person to land an actual hit that causes real damage against Cell Max, who again is stated to have power that surpasses Broly. It's just that he doesn't have a mind, right? Because in the movie, verbatim stated by Magenta, Cell Max is already finished. Just his mind control program is what needs to be worked on, which doesn't really matter anyway. The Gammas can't actually land on hit on him, and they're landing multiple blows, but Cell Max is tanking it like he's fucking Broly. So again, they crack his forehead, which is the first real damage that is caused on Cell Max in the entire movie, and which is before Gamma 2 sacrifices himself to rip off Cell Max's left arm, and Ultimate Piccolo comes up to hold off Cell Max so that Gohan can charge, and before Gohan Beast. Those are the only 4 people who have ever caused actual damage to Cell Max. Now then, I was on YouTube on a voting poll one day, right? And I put down a comment saying that Kid Gotenks, before Superhero gets obliterated, because I would argue he's like Cell Junior's tier because Goten and Trunks got weaker over time with not training and whatnot. And I say that he gets obliterated by Kefla, and then I said that Team Gotenks currently obliterates, right? I think that's a fair distinction to make between those two Gotenks, right? So people get mad at me for saying this, and they're like, "Oh, there's no way that Gotenks could ever beat Kefla. There's no way she could fight Omen 2 Goku." And to that, I would just show them like the Cell Max, his forehead cracking open with the headbutt, right? To establish some kind of scaling for Gotenks that puts him above Kefla, like a rational person. But what do they say? They say that the headbutt scene was a gag scene. They said that Gotenks headbutting Cell Max and cracking his forehead is a gag scene. Like, what? Okay. First off, what about that implies that it's a gag scene? Alright, that's the first question I would ask. 2, if Gotenks is a gag character, what's stopping him from just from gagging Kefla? What, to put it another way, what's stopping him from headbutting Kefla? Because in my head, in my mind, rationally, I will rationally deduce that if he headbutts Kefla, her head's not going to get cracked open. It's going to get fucking vaporized, if not exploded. And again, we are talking about a current Perfect Fusion Gotenks, not the fat one. Perfect Fusion. implying that Gotenks can go Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. Just in case by some stupid ass, like, pseudo-intellectual stance that base Gotenks can't take on Kefla, he can still go Super Saiyan 50 times, if not greater than that, because of grade 4, but we'll just go at 50 times, because I don't want to get into that right now. We'll go 50 times for 1. 2 times that, which means 100 times his base for Super Saiyan 2. Then 400 times, because Super Saiyan 3's 4 times that as Super Saiyan 2. Right? So, there's no way that Kefla is ever standing up to him. Alright? We're maybe in the manga, but even then the manga, like, superheroes still canon to the manga. Alright? Okay. That's basically my stance on this topic. All right. I hope y'all enjoy me talking about this.